Hi, this is Laura from LIVEVISIONZ.com, and this video is totally dedicated to Capricorn, everything Capricorn. So whether you have your Sun, your Moon, your Mercury, your Venus, your Mars in Capricorn, this video would apply to you. If you do not know where your planetary placements are, you can go to my birth chart calculator on my website, but it has been running a little funny lately. So my advice would be to go to astro.com to find your birth chart planetary placements. Now, Capricorn, what is the sign of Capricorn in general? Capricorn is a cardinal sign, and cardinal signs are known to initiate things. This is also an earth sign. So Capricorn is known to be very practical. Also, Capricorn is known to be the workhorse in the zodiac. You know, they're one of the hardest workers in the zodiac. Practical, prudent. They're very ambitious, disciplined, okay? They're also patient and careful. So some Capricorn people know that things sometimes take time for perfection, okay? They're very good at, you know, I want to say they're very disciplined too in the way that they work, the way that they handle things. Usually this is a sign of being responsible, okay? And they're usually very reserved, okay, disciplined and patient. This is like, I want to say, a very ambitious sign because it works hard, very hard to get where they want to go. People with the sign of Capricorn tend to look old when they're young and young when they're old. And a lot of times they have, especially if this is your ascendant or if you have Saturn on the ascendant, a lot of times these people, whether they have responsibility put on them or they put that responsibility on themselves, at a very young age they tend to be more mature for their age and they tend to shoulder a lot of responsibility. And because of this, they're known to be the workhorses of the zodiac, where they will work very hard to take care of others, you know. They're very... they don't get into anything quickly, you know, even though they are a cardinal sign, which is their initiating sign. They're known for their discipline and their careful action. In other words, they know that the slow and steady sometimes wins the race, you know. The dark side of Capricorn can be they may have a pessimistic sort of an attitude, maybe a fatalistic kind of an attitude. Sometimes can be miserly and maybe a little bit grudging. So usually people with the sign of Capricorn is not known to be the most fun sign of the zodiac, okay, because they're so practical, they're so work-oriented, they're so, I want to say, disciplined. You know, this is the responsible sign. This is the sign that, you know, if you guys are going out and you got the Capricorn friend, and it depends on their planets, too. It depends on the rest of their planets. But just because it's their sun or ascendant, it depends on a lot of their other planets in that sign, too. So not every Capricorn is going to be this way, but just the sign of Capricorn in general would be the sign that's not drinking and says, okay, I'll be the designated driver, you know. Capricorn is the sign that, this is a sign that could possibly, maybe they like hard work or they value hard work. They value dedication. They value people who are disciplined, okay? So this is a very strong sign known for structure and organization, okay? Being determined and being disciplined is a huge thing, you know? So let's talk a little bit more about Capricorn. So those of you who maybe have your moon in Capricorn, those gentlemen who have their moon in Capricorn, you're pretty much looking for a woman who is either older than you. She could either be mature for her age, but she would also be a very responsible person, very disciplined, a very hard worker. She could be, I want to say, this is the type of woman that you're going to marry that you know she's going to be responsible. You know that she's going to take care of business. You know that she's going to be practical. She may be reserved. She may be very disciplined. She may be very patient and careful. But on the dark side, she could be a little bit pessimistic and fatalistic in her attitude. Now, this isn't the woman who's the party animal. She's not the one who's, you know, dancing on the tables. Yeah, let's have a good time. You know, she's not that person. She's the person who says, okay, I'll take everybody's keys. I'll be the designated driver. Yeah, I have to get up early in the morning. I have to go to work. You know, this is the responsible person. She may work extra hours, you know, because Capricorn is the workhorse of the zodiac. So this is the type of woman who does what it takes to succeed, to accomplish things. She's not afraid of hard work, definitely, okay? So that's who you're going to marry. Now, those of you, whether you're male or female, who have this, your moon in Capricorn, also denotes who your mother was, what kind of person you had as a mother. And this would be the type of person who maybe mom, you know, mom could have been maybe a single mom, or mom could have worked hard, mom could have been ambitious, but also moon in Capricorn could also be that maybe mom wasn't around because she worked so much, or maybe mom wasn't around, you know, maybe you lost your mom, you know, could be that too. Or it could be just that maybe mom had a lot of responsibility. Mom was very practical, very serious. And mom could have been very disciplined, you know. Mom could have been a no-nonsense type of person, you know. Mom could have been, I want to say, you know, maybe a lot of the responsibility of motherhood was put on her. You know, that could be too, you know. But for some reason, moon in a person's chart shows that maybe mom wasn't there for you emotionally, and maybe you didn't get the nurturing that you needed from mom because maybe she was working, because she was doing her thing, because, you know, maybe you lost her at a young age, or maybe for whatever reason she just wasn't around, okay? So that could be with moon in Capricorn. Moon in Capricorn is a very hard placement. So let's say that you have your moon in Capricorn. Obviously, if you're interested in this part of the video, you do. Now, it's also how you show emotion. Now, because maybe you didn't get the nurturing that you needed from mom, and this also depends on the house placement too, okay? Some of you guys may have said, no, my mom gave me nurturing. So it could depend on the house placement that this moon is placed in as well. But for the most part, Capricorn is a bit of a cold sign. It's we're like a little bit of a, it's emotionless here. It's about all work and no play. It's kind of like responsibility, and everything is put on the person. So maybe they didn't get that nurturing from mom. So because of this, it's hard for you to express emotion. It's hard for you to express a nurturing kind of emotion, you know, from you. So this could be because of this, and this is one of the hardest placements to have your moon in, okay? Moon is happiest when it's in Cancer, okay, where it really expresses emotion. This is its opposite sign, okay? So the moon in Capricorn would denote that it may be very uncomfortable for you to deal with your emotions. So let's say you're in a relationship and your partner is telling you, you know, I want to talk. You would rather spend an extra 8 hours at work than have the quote-unquote I want to talk conversation with your wife or partner, okay? These people don't like to talk about their feelings. They don't like to talk about emotions. What they know is these kind of people, emotionally, when something's bothering them, they will drown themselves in their job. They will work many, many hours, you know. When these people are upset, they will try to do something practical. I want to say pretty much almost every person I've ever talked to, either moon in Capricorn, drowns themselves in their job when they're so upset. It's like, I'm just going to work until I forget about this emotional thing that's bothering me, okay? But how do they deal with their emotions? Let's say something is smack in the face with this person and they have to express emotion. Somebody's demanding a response back. These people could be like, they don't want to talk about it, you know, because Capricorn can be a little bit of an emotionless sign. Not that everybody who is Capricorn is emotionless, but it's a sign that is more all about practicality, all about work, less feeling, and all about, you know, getting something done. Like, let's just be practical. Let's work on this, you know. So it's not comfortable. The moon is not comfortable in Capricorn. So let's say if somebody were to say, oh, you get off of work at 7, and you say, yeah, I get off work at 7. Okay, you be by at 7. Okay, so let's say the person comes over, and all of a sudden this person says, all right, I want to talk because I want to talk about your feelings, and I want to know what you're feeling about me in this relationship. This is like nails to a chalkboard to somebody who has moon in Capricorn. They would rather work and not come home than deal with the I want to talk conversation, you know. I have so many callers with partners with this placement, that they say that it's hard for them to understand emotionally what the partner's dealing with, or for them to even express emotion, because, you know, they feel like even to have that I want to talk conversation. I will say the Moon and Capricorn type of person, if they're dating you, they show love in different ways. It's kind of like, you know, did you get the I love yous and the hugs and the kisses? No. But you may have gotten, no, I bought you a new house. I bought you a diamond ring. I bought you that really wonderful necklace. I took you to that 5-star restaurant. We went on vacation, you know, I don't know, to the Bahamas or whatever it is. They're the type of person to put money where their heart is, you know. So they handle things a little different. Moon and Capricorn people will tend to buy affection. In other words, it's kind of like they're not sure how to show you because they didn't get that as a child for some reason, okay? So they're not sure how to show it, so they show you in monetary forms because maybe that's what they were shown, okay? Like maybe mom wasn't there for them, but, you know, hey, mom showed I love you by buying you the bike you wanted. Maybe mom showed I love you by, you know, maybe she paid your first year's rent or whatever it is for your first apartment, whatever. But as a grown-up, you feel like, well, I show love the same way. Like if my girlfriend, the I want to talk is very uncomfortable for you. You're like, I don't know what to say, you know. So the way you show feelings is maybe by buying somebody something or taking them to a nice place and having a good time. That's how you show love. You may not get this. A Moon and Capricorn person may not be the first to say the I love you, you know. And they may not be the huggy, kissy person when they're emotional. So this is the person that you'll know they love you by, they may buy something for you. Hey, you know, I picked something up for you. Just here you go. They may not put a lot of emotion, but there's a lot of sentiment behind that gift, you know. So that is Moon and Capricorn type of energy. And my advice to you ladies who have a partner who has their Moon in Capricorn, don't give them a heads up that you want to have that emotional conversation, because they will avoid it like the plague. If they know you're asking to talk about feelings or emotions, this man or woman is going to work themselves to death and say, oh, guess what, I'm working late, I'm so sorry, you know, I can't meet you there, or we can't talk. Just say, hey, are we get off at this time? All right, great, I'll see you at this time, right? You're going to come over? Okay, great. And then have your conversation. Because if you give them a heads up, it's about, you want to talk about feelings and emotions, they're like already, oh man, I'm going to work late, you know. So that's kind of the Moon in Capricorn. Not a bad, I mean, it's hard for the person with the Moon in Capricorn, but the way they deal with that emotion and the way they show sentiment and love is by giving you things. And just so you know, so if your partner has this placement and they're giving you something, that there's a lot of emotion behind that gift. Just know that, because that's how they were shown. Okay, so let's say that you had, your Mercury is in Capricorn, the way you communicate. Whether you're a man or woman, if your Mercury is in Capricorn, you could be a person of very few words. You know, you could be very practical with what you say what you got to say, and that's it. Very, like, you make your point and that's all, you know. People with this placement either feel like they can't talk, or they feel, sometimes in children this is delayed speech, okay? But as you get older, people with this placement could have had parents who said children are to be seen and not heard, you know. Maybe there was an energy of, I'm not allowed to express my feelings, or I'm not allowed to communicate as a child. So as they get older, they're kind of more reserved in their speech. They could be holding a lot of things in, like not really expressing how maybe they're feeling or whatever. Their way of communication is very serious. It's very much, there's always a point to the things that they're saying. There's a purpose to what they're saying. They just don't talk to talk or to chit-chat. You know, these people are very much to the point. Now, I want to say they could be very short with people. Let's say somebody's really dilly-dallying on and on and on, and it could be very short to the point, like, look, I got to go, I got to work. So, okay, you call me, and what did you need? They could be kind of like that. These people could be, like I said, the conversation is more serious, you know, and it needs to be a point, get to the point, and let's go, let's move on, kind of a communication. So there's more of a serious energy here. So if you are dating somebody with Mercury and Capricorn, they may not say how they're feeling, or they may not communicate, just to not do a lot of chitter-chatter and, needless communication. There always is a point to what they have to say. And they hold a lot of what they're thinking in. They can kind of delay what they're saying, or maybe really think about what they're saying before they say it. There's like careful communication here. So let's say that you have your Mars in Capricorn, and Mars is a person's energy, okay? This is a person who is very cautious. This person could be very much also a workhorse. This person can be very determined, but doing things slow. They're not afraid of hard work, and they're not afraid to work from the bottom up to achieve success, okay? This type of energy type of person. This type of person also, within their energy, would be very responsible, very reliable. This person would be perhaps rather reserved, disciplined in their actions, and ambitious, but very practical, okay? On the dark side, again, this person could be maybe a little pessimistic and fatalistic in their energy, But for the most part, Mars in Capricorn can work very hard, definitely a hard worker. They could be, patient and very careful with their energy. So, in a man's chart, Mars shows how the man's going to flirt. So if his Mars is in Capricorn, he's going to show you his success. He's going to show you, oh my God, look what I have done in life. I've got this house. I'm over here in my career. They're big on titles too. So it may not be enough for him just to have be a clerk or something. He may have to be the president of something, or the CEO, or something like this. These people are very ambitious types. So he's going to show his status, This type of person is going to flirt by showing his status. He's going to show by showing his accomplishments, and maybe he may show what he's attained through those accomplishments, like nice house, nice car, nice clothes, all of this, So he's going to show this to the woman, to flirt with her, to show that he is reliable, he's stable. He's going to show that he's going to offer her stability, okay? One thing with Mars in Capricorn is not known as the most fun sign in the zodiac, but this person is going to show the way he flirts, like I said, his security, stability, and he also may buy her gifts. He may buy her things to show, look, I can offer you things, So this is how the man's going to flirt. Now, the woman who has her Mars in Capricorn, Mars is what she's interested in a man. Mars is what you're wanting to, what attracts you to a partner. And perhaps women with this placement tend to go for people with status, president of a bank, or CEO, or, Donald Trump types, people who have a lot of money, people who have status in life, people who have a nice car, a beautiful home. People with Mars in Capricorn, the woman, okay, is really looking for, she's looking for status, okay? She really cares about a person. She's not looking for the fun guy. She's not looking for Mr. Sexuality. She wants status in life. She wants a guy with a title, and she wants a guy who can afford a nice lifestyle, okay? This is a person who, she wants a partner who's mature, who's reliable, who's practical. She's looking for somebody who's ambitious, who's very patient and careful in his actions, who's very, he could be very reserved and disciplined, a type of person. And, this is a person that, she feels maybe she could rely on. So this is somebody who's mature for their age, or even she could be interested in a man who's older than her. Because Capricorn does rule the age. So this could be somebody older or mature for their age. So this is the type of person. She's not interested in the party animal. She's interested, hey, is he going somewhere in her life? Is he mature about things? So that is the type of person that this woman is wanting, okay? So now, gentlemen, if you have your Venus in Capricorn, Venus is the type of woman that you're attracted to, okay? And you're attracted to, the same type of woman. The woman would be ambitious. She would be maybe career-minded. Perhaps this woman achieved a lot through her career. Maybe she's, has a beautiful home, a beautiful car, wears nice clothes, shows that she's successful. This person could have, a lot of accomplishments, So you're interested in somebody who's going somewhere, somebody who's achieved in life, Again, this could be somebody older than you or very mature for their age. This person would be very practical and reliable. This isn't the fun party person. This isn't the fun person. This is the secure person. So you could be interested in somebody who's very reserved, disciplined, ambitious, practical, a workhorse. This person could be married to their job, you know, possibly. But this person could be very much of a provider too, you know. So this is what the man is attracted to. Now, women, if you have your Venus in Capricorn, you're going to show these attributes. You're going to show that you're successful. You're going to show that you have a beautiful home, beautiful car, that you dress well. You're going to show all the things that you've received because of your success. And you may show like your title in life, you know, like doctor, lawyer, CEO, president. These things are going to be important to you, and you're going to show this when you date a partner. You're going to show you're responsible, you're reliable as well. Now, those of you who have Venus in Capricorn, male or female, Venus shows how you may bring in money in your life, how you may make money in your life, okay? And Capricorn here shows raw material extraction, such as processing lumber, such as a builder or contractor, okay? Maybe some of you could be a manager. Some of you could make your money through real estate, or even farming is also Venus and Capricorn related, you know. So I want to say, and also when I think of Capricorn, I also think of a discipline like a teacher, somebody who's, you know, kind of like a teacher type of person. But anyway, those are some fields in which you may make your money. But again, you have to look at your 2nd, your 6th, and your 10th as well. And your 8th will give you more information. Anyway, I hope this is helpful to you and gives you information, especially about the sign of Capricorn. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you want a reading from me, I will put a link on the top of the video so you can book that. And there's also going to be a link underneath the YouTube video in case you're on a smartphone or an iPad, so you can click on the reading you want. All right, well, I hope this was helpful, and I will talk to you soon.